Welcome to Lake George and the Lake George Trail. 2 miles round trip, it says. So we are at Lake George in the Ocala National Forest. We're at the natural spring of Silver Glen Springs, and you will see how beautiful it actually is, the water and the spring and everything. So, but first we're gonna go walk on this trail here a little bit and film some. It's an easy trail. 2 miles. Takes you right back, supposedly. The water is nice and cool / cold, but we got record temperatures today, near 100. So it's feels really good on the body. And there's a good amount of people here. Not too crowded, but enough people here. Welcome to Leg Up Travel, and we are at Silver Glen Springs in the Ocala National Forest. I just took you for a little hike on the St. George Trail. So behind me, as you can see, is the beautiful spring water, and there's all kinds of striped bass, small and large, that just swim right around you in there. It's just absolutely the coolest thing. So I'm gonna go down and take you in the water because it's about 98 degrees today and it's hot. And so I'm gonna go down and take you in the water a little bit with me. So before we get in the water, you have all this picnic and setup area here. Some in the shade, some people bring their shade. And then you come down this trail right over here, which I'll show you in a minute. And then there's another area over here to picnic, and there's tables and barbecue grills, and they got everything. There's trash cans here as well. And then you have the vessel launch, non-motorized vessel launch for like kayaks that you can rent or bring your own, and those paddle boards as well. So you can go down there and just launch over that way. And here's the walkway to the actual swim area, which you'll see all kinds of people out there. It's a Monday, but it's supposed to be record temperatures today. Yesterday it was 100. Today it's supposed to be about the same. So here's the walk area here. You just walk down this little ramp of padding. come into the what feels like ice cold water. And it kind of is when it's 95 degrees and you're walking into 72-degree water. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah, that's me. I'm just trying to get used to it again after being out of it a while. But look at this. And behind those buoys and those ropes is where all the striped bass hang out. And it's really, really cool to see. I didn't bring my underwater ensemble to video any of the fish under there, but there's hundreds, and I'm talking hundreds, probably about 400 or 500 all along there. And look at that cool palm tree that rises out of the water there. But yeah, this is the actual spring, and it gets shallower over that way. And here I am, I'm in the water by the palm tree. Whew, it's cold, but it feels good after you get in. I ain't gonna lie, it feels really good after you get in. It's just getting in is the hard part. Okay, so there is the palm tree in the water that I'm by. And I'm gonna turn the view around here and show you the rope where the fish are all. So here, behind here, if I have my underwater ensemble where I can film, you can't see them, but they're all behind here. Hundreds of them lined up in rows, striped bass, all different sizes. And then they're out there where that lady is there's a deep hole. And there's quite a couple hundred over in that area too. But as you see over here, you'll see as I zoom in here, you'll see boats over there. So you can take your vessel out on Lake George, and then you can come right around and park over there. It's kind of blocked off so the motors don't come over this way. But you can just go over there and just party and hang out and have a picnic and everything. It's shallow over there in parts, and it's just really cool. We'll go over and get a little better, closer look so that you can enjoy. They had a great big pontoon that was selling hot dogs and everything over there as well. So the area over here is about 2 feet deep, so you can bring kids and everything and not really have to worry about them overly too much. Just keep it good. I supervised on them, but it's like 2 feet, even goes down to about a foot up there where they're at. And then you see they got this blocked off for grass restoration. And then over here is the area where you have the boats. You can see the hot dog boat right there. Hot dogs and drinks and stuff right there. And paddle boards and regular personal boats and everything. You can rent here by the hour or the day. But yeah, so you can bring your boat out, have a little picnic and everything in the water and swim, and then you can actually just swim right over here and come into the spring off of your boat if you wanted to and see all the fish. So on this side where the spring is, there's no fishing allowed or anything. It's only a swimming area. So there's a lifeguard, which is really cool to have. There's a lifeguard right there. Normally at the springs there isn't one, but there's one here. There's no camping here though. Excuse me, there's no camping. Some of the parks, are a good majority of the Florida state parks that are at natural springs, and we got a lot of natural springs, have camping, but this one does not. But this is on Lake George, and Lake George is the second largest lake in Florida next to Lake Okeechobee. It's not really that deep. I think the average average depth, I think, is around 10 feet deep. Lots of alligators. No alligators over here though. They have signs warning you of, alligators, but they have to because they are in the water. So, but they're not around people over here. There's no issue here. So, yeah, it's really cool. I'm going to take my boat. I have a boat. I'm going to bring it out here one day and park it and enjoy just like these people are. So after you pay your admission to come in, which is $14 a person, like I said earlier. But if you have the card for national parks, you get $5 off. This is the parking area. You have the porta-johns here, handicap accessible porta-johns here. This is the staff housing, or I'm sorry, staff shop. And you got 2 changing stations right there in front of you. And then you just walk down here. It says do not enter right there. So you don't go down the paved road. You come down the dirt road here. Around the back of this is a shop that has snacks, ice, some souvenirs. This is the walkway. You're not allowed to have alcohol. They do cooler checks sometimes in here to make sure you don't have any glass or any alcoholic beverages. But this is the walkway down to Silver Glen Springs. Nice walkway. And as you see, there's a sign for the trail that went on earlier and showed you a bit of. And this is just the way down to the natural spring. Sign that says swimming access guides you the whole way here. And then you come around the corner and there we are. The area to picnic, and you got grills and picnic tables. And set up your stuff like I showed you earlier. And then you got that beautiful spring right there. It pops out. That beautiful blue water. And that's it. Go all the way around the side there and everything.
Not do that.